Welcome, Earthlings! From the minds of Dylan Oltoft and Rob McNabb, we bring you Laughing on a Prayer!
Dylan,
Yes?
do you like crap?
What kind of crap?
Random crap?
The randomest crap?
Like the most random crap? Like crap of the random variety?
So say there's a hoard of crap and it just randomly appeared in a house that is randomly upside down in its own time of day, which is quite random in itself.
Yeah, and I'd be like, holy shit, but then the crap would say, no mate, random crap.
Alright, random crap meets holy shit.
Yeah.
There is your next cop duo together, random crap and holy shit.
Oh my god.
And it turns out those are just like exotic names, like maybe it's like some sort maybe some sort of foreign cop show, and that just happened to be like one of those situations, like the jokes in Austin Powers, like Ivana fuck a lot, is like random crap and
random crap and holy shit, but it's like their native
his name's
names.
Holy Sheet.
Holy shit. It's like you know that meme about the crash plane, you know, about like we too low, holy fuck, something wrong.
Oh,
you know that, what was it, Bang Ding Ow, that meme?
They had a similar thing in South Park when Carl's father was pretending to be an asshole called Skank Hunt, like 42 or 69, and he was trolling women who had survived breast cancer and actually posting fake tweets saying, all in solidarity, doctor off, doctor cuts your boobs off, and shit like that.
Oh god, I remember that one.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Laughing on a Prayer. My name is Dylan Oltoft, and this is...
I'm holy shit. No, I'm random crap. No, I'm Rob McNabb. Third time lucky.
And I'm his son, Random Shit. And we are bringing to you a very eclectic... God, that's a wanky word, but I love it. Eclectic episode of Laughing on a Prayer, where me and Rob aren't going to have ourselves tied down kinkily...
What? Oh, fine. Okay.
Tied down kinkily to any sort of... That's not a word. Any sort of subject matter.
Is kinkily not a word?
I'd be willing to bet. Let us know in the comments, is kinkily a word? Just so that we can know you actually have so little time that you actually paused this video, looked up on your phone, and then came back to video just to go in the comments to tell us no.
Yeah, and changed the algorithm of your search history.
Oh, I like to imagine that, like someone watches just one of ours casually, and all of their recommendeds is all of our crap. Our old sketches of live shows.
Hey, those were great sketches.
Just thumbnails of my pink ass everywhere.
Can you imagine the agents probably like, oh yeah, no, just doing a research on this guy. He looks like he might be a terrorist.
To be fair, we do, beards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shouldn't have said that. Anyway, 3 minutes in, no one's listening.
I mean, we haven't brought up Hitler. Oh, wait, just did.
Take a shot. Yes, me and Rob are going to decide. We're just going to have a little bit more of a unfocused, typical discussion this time round. As we know,
miscellaneous.
The medium of this podcast is the idea of two twats in the pub trying to make each other laugh. So this time we're going to somehow do that even more unfocused than before. Because you and me, Rob, we always stay on point. We never divert or distract ourselves. We always stay right on issue.
No, exactly. Never in the history of ever has that ever happened.
Like the UK equivalent of what is in America, like CNN, like sort of thing, like, you wouldn't even be here without triangles. They just go off on...
Illuminati confirmed.
Oh yeah, shit, we're Illuminati. Oh, thank Christ.
You're not supposed... I don't think you're supposed to say...
Yeah, but isn't that what an Illuminati person would do? They'd say they're Illuminati because then no one will believe they're Illuminati.
Yeah.
We say Illuminati enough times, like, get us on the trending page. Like the...
I mean...
Joe Rogan, Minecraft.
I mean, to be... I mean, I hate to break it to you guys, but tinfoil hats, not fashionable. Not fashionable, lads.
What about tinfoil condoms?
I mean, if you're really, really not ready to be a mother, then fuck it. Yeah, go for it. But I can't imagine they'd be hugely pleasurable. They'd be cheap.
I guess if you're shagging the microwave or something.
I think that would be the worst, though, if you're shagging the microwave, because, like...
you can't put foil in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Would your dick explode?
I think it would either explode or it would burn.
Let us know in the comments what happened after you...
After you wrapped your dick in tinfoil.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure? This is something we need to send in...
Yeah, come on, guys, live a little.
The show's over now, but I would have sent this into Mythbusters.
What happens if you see...
Okay, like, what was it, Adam Driver and the Walrus guy?
Adam Driver.
This time, we're going to be seeing what happens when we put our penis in the microwave wrapped in tinfoil.
I think that's a great idea. We're going to make sure it's as safe as possible, though.
I think it's Adam Savage, not Adam Driver.
That's right. Oh, yeah, Driver.
Although I would happily watch Adam Driver on Mythbusters.
I would happily watch Adam Driver wrap his penis in tinfoil and fuck a microwave. To be honest, he has the acting skills to pull that off. He could make that compelling.
Yeah, I reckon he could. Some good close-up shots.
Hashtag Adam Driver's tinfoil penis.
Yeah. And also some close-up shots of his face as well. You know, just so that they know that it's Adam Driver.
Yeah, get the expressions in there.
Yeah,
you
exactly. Full frontal.
There's a fun little acting exercise for all you aspiring thespians. Try and look in the mirror and imagine how your face would contort if your penis was wrapped in tinfoil and you were fucking a microwave.
Yes.
At what point does that suddenly go wrong? Because at first you're going to be into it, and then maybe 5-6 seconds in of the microwave being on, and it then starts, what's it called? The penny drops.
I feel like the fact that you would buy tinfoil to do this, it's already kind of gone wrong.
Who doesn't already have tinfoil in like that little drawer in the kitchen?
Yeah, but when you're eyeing it up and then looking at the microwave, you're like, I wonder. In the name of science.
It'd have to be like during the Tide Pod situation, the company that... who was it that created the Tide Pod? Anyway, the company had to come out and pretty much say, stop buying Tide Pods. Whoever does tinfoil will have to come out and make a statement saying, please stop wrapping us around your genitals and fucking microwaves.
Yeah, it's I can't... I remember when the fucking Tide Pod challenge was a thing. And that's the perfect thing. It's people thought before the internet we were stupid. It wasn't that.
Was that a TikTok trend? I have a feeling that started a lot of dangerous shit.
Fucking starts on TikTok. Everything stupid starts on TikTok now, doesn't it?
Well, before that, it was Vine.
Yeah, but Vine was 6-second funny videos. TikTok have fucking challenges and shit.
Yeah, TikTok used to be 1 minute maximum sort of shit, but now you can do all sorts of fuckery.
I think Vine was only 6 seconds or something.
Yeah, that was the medium. Yeah. You could post longer shit, but you weren't really meant to. The idea was to to use that as creatively as possible to convey as much as you can. Yeah, I thought
that was the thing. It had to be it was short, but it had to be But the thing is, even if that was a challenge, that's a harmless challenge. There's another one, I can't remember what it's called, where people are just literally nicking stuff and filming themselves.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, it started off with people stealing the towel dispenser in their school. And obviously, what happens with humanity? You see someone do something, and you took the next step.
Yeah.
You stood on the shoulders of giants, and then... I know, you're selling it.
Yeah. But, first of all, it's oh, yes, you're really cool, because I'm sure that your school isn't struggling for money at all, and you're just nicking their shit. Also, why are you filming your stuff committing a crime?
That reminds me of that. That's a quote from The Simpsons. Jimbo was man, videotaping all of our crimes was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Also, that's not even original. Oh, wow, I've invented larceny.
Yeah.
What's the challenge here? Just not getting caught? That's just crime.
Yeah.
Am I missing a point here?
I think the challenge, I thought the challenge was to you had to try and sort of nick something that was very difficult to nick.
It was like dispensers, towelette dispensers.
Yeah, I think someone actually stole a basin, an actual basin.
What, like a bowl?
Yeah, a basin bowl, in the toilet.
Oh, an actual... Shit. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I knew people were stealing toilet seats, but the actual fucking...
Yeah, and the thing is...
Wait, hang on. Wouldn't you... If you disconnected that, wouldn't that just cause the pipe to, shoot water everywhere? Aren't those, hooked up to systems?
Yeah, probably, but...
So, I like to believe a student, therefore, mastered plumbing or something, was really, did so much schoolwork to disconnect it perfectly just for this dumb fuckery.
Mate, they're on TikTok. They are not a master of engineering. They're all high school kids as well. It's like imagine being 16 years old and having to be escorted to the toilet by a teacher because they think you're going to nick shit.
Oh yeah, teachers.
Yeah, like imagine that. Yeah, you're real cool, aren't you?
Here's a challenge. Find a random kid in Ethiopia and try and explain this challenge to them and make them understand it. Well, okay, in our free educational system, what we decide to do is to go to the bathroom, steal some property on the premises and upload it to a website where you gain nothing for uploading it. And people will sometimes heart it. And then they're sat there starving to death, being like, yeah, that's really fucking funny.
It's like, yes, where I come from, I eat food, but you people where you're from apparently eat attention. I was so fucking...
If likes were currency, there'd be a lot more obesity out there.
Yeah, what's that quote?
Wait, not currency, fucking... the other thing.
I was like, what's that quote? It's like, if idiots could fly, this place would be an airport.
But yeah, challenges, there were worse ones. I remember there was one in traffic. Apparently there was a thing about while a car's driving, you open your car door, hang out the side of it and do like some dancing with your feet on the road while it's fucking moving and shit like that.
Yeah, it's called like ghost driving or something.
It's just, and you got to do it to a song or something, some Nicki Minaj shit.
Remember that? Yeah, that's used to be...
That you twerk your clitoris to or something.
Yeah, that's I think there's something wrong with your clitoris if you could twerk it.
Or is there something right?
Oh yeah, so there's something really... It's either really wrong or really right.
I mean, if it's that prominent, I mean, that's the woman you have to date, because you'll never struggle to find it.
Yeah. Or it might just be a dick.
Hey, you get to get a tie hooker or something. Isn't that a penis? No, my clitoris is just engorged.
Just really long.
There is some fucked up... Thing is, there is some fucked up hentai out there where that's a thing. Like, a woman drinks a magic potion and a clitoris does turn into a penis.
Or can you imagine you're just a guy with such a small penis that people think it's just a clitoris? Just an elongated clitoris.
Fuck, so then what are the balls?
Yeah, I know. Like,
just
peas.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't know.
First rule of improv, go with
it. Sweet corn, then.
Oh, they won't be sweet.
Salty, maybe. Dip them in honey, problem solved.
With the Tide Pod thing, the company had to come out and say stop eating Tide Pods and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, I know.
Because people were dying. People were dying because they were eating chemicals.
Yeah, I feel though that the spirit of Charles Darwin lives on, unlike those people.
I'm glad you said that, because I was literally about to say, which has actually these changes have actually brought on an anti-effect, which actually now pisses me off. Because I see those things happen on Facebook, and I don't even need to go in the comments section. Because I already know what all the comments will be.
Yeah.
Fucking all the comments will just be people saying, what was it, you just mentioned Darwin, I'm trying to fucking...
evolution and shit like that, survival of the fittest.
Natural selection, they say. Natural selection, working at its fittest. Like, well, we need to cull so many people. This is why aliens won't visit us. And I'm now at this point now where I don't want to be on any side, because the people doing the challenges are obviously retards, and the people hating the challenges are just echo chamber repeating monkeys.
Yeah, it's like evolution at its finest. It's like, yes. So?
Here's the next challenge for you. Anytime you see a stupid article on Facebook and you want to put a comment, quickly check the comment section to see if your comment already exists.
Yeah.
And if it does, don't comment it.
Yeah. Insert non-edgy comment here. It's basically, it's been what, like, this generation has failed shit.
Oh, Christ. Fucking pseudo-intellectuals that have no concept or perspective of the past.
Yeah, it's called... Oh, shit, it's called... It's actual, like, a thing. It's called, like...
What, nostalgia?
No, it's called, like, youthophobia or something like that.
I'm about to say, because euthanasia is a whole different little...
That. It's not, but it's like... it's basically that every generation ever has always been like, oh, this young generation doesn't know how good they've got it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, that's always how it's been. But people think, like, oh, no, they've just thought of it. It's like, no. People say, oh, I wish we could go back to, like, olden times. Like, no, mate.
Yeah.
You don't?
Oh, don't you miss segregation? Wasn't that great?
Man, I have wanted to try polio.
Do you remember when we threw gay people in asylums? See, it was such a simpler time.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we used to burn people at the stake because they didn't believe in our imaginary friend.
Oh, and that lovely Blitz. God, you really got to know your neighbours so well.
Yeah, so much.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah, and like in Germany, like if your neighbour was Jewish and you knew that, just rat them out and you get like brownie points. Well, probably not that. Whitey points. Aryan points.
How great was it dying in childbirth? Like we got it was...
living to the ripe old age of 30. So good.
The point is, the time you're living in now is the most optimal point of living standard you could have ever lived.
Yeah, the world has, believe it or not, actually, this is like the height of world peace that there has been in like the entirety of human history. I think there is that, like you said about nostalgia, like there is that thing where people are like, oh, like back then people like lived in harmony. It's like, no, they did not.
Well, again, I mean, people that say that are the sort of people that have never been to any other country in their entire fucking life, that only ever lived on their one street, and just because all their neighbours got along together, they see all this stuff on the newspaper and all that, like, oh, I don't get it, everything's fine where I am, and these people just have no perspective of the world outside their own bubble. Cunts, I like to call them.
That, Family Guy with Brian's stupid girlfriend who's like, I just watched this documentary about Hitler. Someone should stop that guy.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
No. It's like the Internet Explorer in her brain that only just finally sort of booted up. It's like, oh shit!
If only she'd been around in maybe 1937, just someone, because she was a hot blonde, people would have listened to her. People might have actually... Well, we need to send back, if we discover time travel, we need to send hot, dumb blondes to the early 30s so they can preempt Hitler's rise to power, because people will listen to them if they get their tits out or something.
Yeah, the German League of Girls definitely will.
That needs to be a movie. We need to create a movie where, obviously, we accept humanity is fucking stupid, so we need to manipulate history by exploiting humanity's stupidity by taking hot women and throwing them back in the past and very much just buggering their way to world peace.
I mean, isn't that just like the story of Troy? all because of a hot woman, a lot of fucking people died.
Yeah, but in this case, we'd send someone back with a pair of scissors and cut Paris's dick off.
I feel like if you went back in time, you could just like wangle like a morning after pill or condoms, tinfoil condoms, and a microwave. Oh yeah, that would definitely... Oh yeah, you'd microwave your balls as well. So actually, there's no need for the tinfoil condom. Just stick your balls in the microwave and your juice is fried, isn't it?
That's another thing they did in a South Park episode. Randy put his balls in a microwave to give himself testicular cancer, and they just expanded.
He's like walking around the fucking wheelbarrow.
Just so he could smoke weed.
Tiggly Farms.
I don't know, I'd abuse time travel.
Oh, yeah.
Because they always talk about, if I'm going to go back in time and prevent 9/11, that realistically, how?
Yeah.
Okay, when did it happen?
2001.
2001, yeah.
So it's like, I guess you could rat out the people... like the hijackers.
No one's going to listen to you, though. You have no credibility.
How are you going to do that all by... Yeah, how are you going to do that?
You could call in, like, an anonymous tip to the FBI or CIA. Yeah, but they were already in on it. Shut up. You could call in an anonymous tip, but who's going to listen to you? You're some dumb random fuck with no credibility.
Yeah. Who said that you've come back in time. And also, they're not going to... So obviously they're not going to believe you there. And then they're going to be like, how do you know about this plot? I'm thinking I'm going to be sending you on a one-way trip to Guantanamo Bay to find out more about how you know this. Especially with that beard.
The only way you could do it was if you'd have to find the guy that flew the plane and I don't know, when he's learning to fly and just shoot him yourself.
I mean, there was like loads of them though. There was like multiple hijackers on like each plane.
Okay, so you shoot the guy that did it himself, and then you hijack a plane, but don't do a 9/11, and then all the airports will be on high alert, and they'll catch the other guys. You'll have to go to prison the rest of your life for hijacking a plane, but you've saved 9/11. History, remember you as a fucking monster.
It's like, I used the planes I used the stones to destroy this.
Well, you just go on there, pull out your handgun, wave it around, make everybody fly around the Isle of Wight for a few hours, and then all the airports will catch them. You're welcome, America.
I don't think America would care if you were flying a plane around the Isle of Wight.
It's more the point I've hijacked it to do that. I think they'll care about.
That would be even worse. No, they wouldn't. They'd be like an unrelated incident. It'd be overshadowed.
Okay, so
America's really far away. You'd have to go to America.
Okay, so I'll do a mini 9/11. I won't go for the World Trade Center. I'll find a smaller building, a library, or maybe maybe Trump Tower or something. Oh, did that exist 2001? It must have.
I might have been built.
He was doing the Apprentice show. That must have been around then.
Yeah, but then it'd be like, I feel though if you did like crash a plane into Trump Tower, like people would like Trump like more.
Oh shit, he would have had no problem getting re-elected then, because he would have been able to bring it up. Although it wouldn't have been 9/11, it would have. I'll do it the day before. I remember during 9/10. It was a tragic day for me. Oh shit! By then I still have to kill a bunch of people. Anyway, I can evacuate the plane, give everyone a parachute, and then just fly it myself. Oh wait, is there any way I can not die? I'm trying to prevent 9/11 here.
I suppose what you could do is just, I don't know, do something in the airport that would just ground all the planes and shit like that.
Oh, so just get a flamethrower and just be like, just flamethrower everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, how's that going to ground the planes in other airports though?
I don't know. Maybe you just have to let it happen. I mean, maybe you could stop one of them. Just
so you're listening, guys, Rob has no intention. It's completely fine with the fact 9/11 happened. So
no, I'm not fine that happened, but I'm skeptical that I'm just skeptical that it would be able to be prevented, or at least a little bit.
Okay, let's say we're going back to, 1935. Hitler's just got out of prison for trying to stage that coup.
The beer hall putsch.
And he's thinking of joining the National Socialist Party. What are you going to do? I'd advise learn some German as well. That could help. Imagine someone goes back in time to stop Hitler, goes in Germany in the 1930s, and then realises, I don't know German, so no one can understand him. You must listen to me. He's going to kill all the Jews. And no one knows what he's on about.
Yeah, I might do that. Just go around. It's like, oh, yeah. I'd be like, hey, lads, look, guys, it's going to be like this Hitler dude. It's not going to be easy, like for you. I mean, it's going to be like bad, like really, really bad. So leave Germany.
I could so see that being like a Robot Chickens thing, like a Rick and Morty situation where a scientist discovers time travel and he's going to stop the Holocaust, but never learned German. So when he tries to go back and he can't.
Well, it's like they do in Doctor Who. It's literally called "Let's Kill Hitler." There's an episode where they go back.
Oh yeah, wasn't there? Yeah, there was a woman there that was a Nazi that could regenerate. What was it?
Whereas River Song, she wasn't a Nazi, and she disguised herself as a Nazi. Oh, Misfits, they also did it. There was a Jewish guy that got the power to travel back in time, and he went back to kill Hitler.
I thought the black guy could travel back in time.
Yeah, but like one of the stories, like arcs, is that there's this other guy that can trade powers with people. So the black guy got...
Oh yeah, I think I saw that episode. They sold their powers for like 10 grand or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they sold their powers. So what was the character's name? Marcus? No.
I've watched very little, so that matters to me.
Anyway,
let us know in the comments.
A Jewish guy got the power to go back in time, so he went back in time to kill Hitler, but he fucked it up and left his mobile phone on the floor. And so
is this like a smartphone? Or?
Yeah, exactly. So like the Nazis then had like smartphone technology, and then time gets messed up, and then it's in the current day where the Nazis won because they had like this great technology and shit. And
they had mobiles.
Well, yeah, but they, the power.
I think those would still be picked up by radar and shit.
Well, but no, like the fact, like how to like make phones and like all that kind of, like all the smartphone technology in the 1940s.
I don't think all the better reception in the world is going to help with Russia's winter.
No, but like technology, so like firearms technology, tanks, jets, and all that shit that we knew about in the future. They then made it before.
Wait, that info is stored on the phone. There's no internet to.
Well, whatever, I don't know.
Okay. I'm not saying you wrote it.
No,
that just sounds like a premise that wasn't thought out very well. Just because there's a phone then, there's obviously no reception or anything. What's the Nazis going to do? Play Snake? Just I'm going to play some Angry Birds because there's nothing on this phone apart from dick pics and phone numbers.
The guy was like 80, so I hope there aren't dick pics on there.
Oh, that is incredibly naive if you believe the elderly don't take as many nudes as we do.
I feel like you know a lot more about this than I do. I don't really want to know why.
It's merely an educated guess. I mean, when you're 80, do you think you'll be any less of an insufferable pervert than you are now?
I don't plan on living that long.
Okay, imagine you're 80. Do you?
I'd kill myself.
For fuck's sake. Why? Because you saw one of the nudes on your phone?
No, because I'd be 80. And I wouldn't give you the satisfaction of living to 80.
Imagine an 80-year-old with dementia who has news on his phone but keeps forgetting that they're his. So he's like, why do I have all these cocks on my phone? Am I gay? Am I a gay old man? Oh, head down the docks.
Why would you keep them, though? Send it and delete it.
Well, no, because it might be... If it's a really good pic and you're at a really good angle, you can use it again later on.
Dick's not going anywhere, is it?
Dick's not going anywhere, but...
Unless you stick it in a microwave.
As gentlemen who may realise, sometimes your genitals have looked better in certain situations than others. Maybe you've been overly more excited in one time than another. And imagine if you managed to capture your penis, sort of like bodybuilders when they're on stage, at the peak of penis power. You're not going to want to delete that.
I don't know.
Like, imagine you've got your Arnold Schwarzenegger cock, and you might never have a hard-on that ever compares to that again. Wouldn't you want some evidence of that?
No. You got to hide the evidence. That's rule number one of most things. Don't keep dodgy shit around.
I like to think we're doing pretty well in our original goal here, because we've gone from Tide Pods to 9/11 to hard-ons. For anyone who wants to try and make a timestamp for all these different moments of our topics.
9/11, dicks and Nazis.
That's the title of my autobiography.
Is it? 9/11, dicks and Nazis.
Come on, someone's going to see that title and they're going to think, oh, let's see the blurb.
Yeah,
you don't just walk past that.
No, you don't.
The 9/11 helps, but... Oh wait, in this country I'd have to change it to 7/7 or something.
It would have to be like 2 penises with like swastikas on them.
Oh, it's the front cover image.
Yeah.
Holy fucking...
Yeah.
That sounds like a really interesting alternative history thing. Like if America had successfully, for whatever reason, invaded the US, maybe it conquered all of Europe.
If America had successfully invaded the US.
If the Nazis had successfully invaded the US after conquering Europe, so they take over, and now the modern day terrorist to Nazi America is England or something, 9/11ing the Nazis' Twin Towers.
And all of a sudden, 9/11 terrorists don't look so bad.
Well, that in a way is...
And then you'd be the dick for trying to preventing them.
I think we've accidentally stumbled dick first into a rather profound point, whereas obviously the people that did 9/11 didn't think they were the bad guys. They thought they were the heroes against forces of evil, sort of thing, because that's how they were perceived. Like, perception is a matter of your own stake, of how you view your own morality and how your own personal choices conflate with that.
It's like one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, isn't it?
Everybody is the hero of their own story, sort of thing. So you like to think, how could terrorists have ever done that to America? Well, imagine America was Nazi Germany, and you can easily imagine why someone would have wanted to do that to them.
What, to Nazis? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine that.
Terrorists see us as like how we see Nazis.
And definitely, I feel like the Nazis definitely would have. Like I think there's like more reason to 9/11 Nazis than just 9/11.
Have we accidentally justified 9/11?
Well, in an alternative, if you believe in the multiverse, there is potentially a universe where we are right.
I feel like we've just done... This has got to be like a Rick and Morty episode, a universe... Oh wait, but that'd be more like the Family Guy thing, where roads to multiverse.
Yeah, multiverse theory.
Brian, this is a world where the fucking Nazis... I sound like... I sound like a gay snagglepuss. No, Brian. No.
It's like, sorry, just my like big gay owl.
Oh, no, I sound like a character. I don't know if you saw it. I saw it before we came to do this episode. I saw the new trailer for Season 5 of Big Mouth.
Don't you?
It looks so shit.
Yeah.
By all means, a couple months from now, feel free to type in the comments if I was wrong and I end up loving it, but it looked shit.
I feel like Big Mouth has kind of got worse, like with each season.
It has. I think the writers.
Is that controversial? I don't know.
I don't know. Is Big Mouth lauded by woke people? Because I think it's kind of patronising to like LGBT and issues and shit like that. Tries to play it off with jack-off jokes.
I feel like the first one definitely, like, I think the premise was like good, but then there are like bits that are just kind of inconsistent about it.
I think they got lost up their own arseholes.
A little bit, and then some of it just got too weird for like for it to kind of be enjoyable. Also, I know I've said this before, but like adult cartoons, like, why do you have to make them look so ugly? Like, I hate how Big Mouth looks. Like, like just the design.
You have a similar opinion of if it's a family in that as well, don't you? It's just like there's no beauty.
And I like looking at pretty pictures.
Would you say, like, for example, Futurama or The Simpsons is really ugly?
I'd say that it's its own sort of unique style that doesn't look necessarily attractive. But the thing is, there's something that has character to it, and then there's something that just looks bad. And like those, I know it's called Big Mouth, but it's like they literally just have these massive lips that look so strange. And like they've got, I don't know what it is, but even The Simpsons, even though their eyes are just two black dots, they're expressive. Whereas Big Mouth, like, those eyes are just dead. They look like a mannequin, like.
Which is weird, because, they actually have colour in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly, but those are cold, dead eyes, man.
I think it's because most of the time their faces are so stoic, like, they never express with their eyes, only with their eyebrows. So they'll be frowning with their big bug eyes and all that
and then the eyebrows just go up and down. Whereas, like, with The Simpsons, like, their brows furrow and things, like their jowls turn and stuff like that.
Their mouth creases, they express facially. The face has, believe it or not, a shit ton of muscles.
Yeah.
I wonder what the evolutionary reason for that is. Is it some sort of hunting thing for communication?
What, face?
Like the reason there are muscles in the face, that must have evolved. So did that evolve so that if a wolf is eating out our guts, we're not looking fine? Like, Jerry's having his dick bitten off and his face looks really weird. I don't think we should have our dicks bitten off.
Dave, are you alright? You look a bit down, mate. It's like, well, I've lost my arm.
Yeah, and imagine if he didn't have those facial muscles, it'll just be a blank expression. So everyone's like, oh, okay, I guess, again, your arm and your dick bitten off's not too bad.
I think it probably is like an evolutionary thing, because we're social creatures, so we need to express whether we're friendly.
But why do your genes give a fuck if you're being social? That's an emotional thing.
Well, no, because we're social, like, humans are social creatures. They're not like a bear that, like, lives, like, on its own.
Yeah, but evolution works contingent to, like, environmental factors. Say, like, for example, the antelope is always chased down by the deer because it's slower than the deer, so the deer's leg muscles evolve to be faster than the cheetah.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So what prompted our face to need to have muscles?
Because you need muscles. Because if you didn't have muscles, your face just wouldn't work, would it? You wouldn't be able to chew or blink or sniff. Which you need muscles to.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the expressive muscles.
Because we're social creatures, so we need to signal to each other, like, that we're, like, either friendly or not friendly. Because, like, a human on its own in the wild is, like, quite pathetic. Isn't it? So we need to, like, travel in groups in order to, kind of work together and therefore survive.
And yet how many memes on Facebook are shared of, I don't need all this bollocks, just put me in the woods alone with a dog and shit like that.
It's like, okay, and we won't see you again.
You know what's an insufferable thing I'm fucking sick of seeing? A picture of a gorgeous fucking mansion. You can live here for the rest of your life, but you're not allowed any internet and all that. Would you do it? I was like, oh my...
And people write, absolutely, tweeted from iPhone.
Here's some oxygen, but in order to breathe it, you must exhale it. Are you gonna do it? It's like, yes. How is this a fucking question? Yeah, it's just like, bait.
Yeah, like people, it's like technophobes that, like, complain about technology, but they complain about technology using said technology.
Well, to be fair, some of them more complain about people's overly dependence on technology, like the sort of insufferable cunt that has to check their phone every 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, I've got a new notification, like...
FOMO. That's what it is, fear of missing out.
No FOMO.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no FOMO is good, but it's like an actual thing. It's like, it's called, like, FOMO, like fear of missing out. So people, like, constantly check, so they think they're missing out and stuff.
Which has well, to be honest, as creatives ourselves, I'm involved in a group on Facebook that does notify people of like upcoming events and gigs and that sort of thing. And if I click on that thing an hour later, it's already come and gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's for like work, but it is for like sort of like things people are like, oh, I'm missing out. Oh, somebody posting a photo of something.
Oh, Nicki Minaj is live streaming a twitching arsehole. Oh fuck! I don't want to miss out. What if it burps?
Oh, they ran out of pumpkin spice lattes. That must be your worst day ever.
But no, it's just like again. And to be honest, I do agree. Like people's over dependence on technology isn't a good thing. Oh, but thanks for such a hot take, Dylan.
Yeah.
My own unique spin on it is if it's also on the other side, like, because technology brings us together, but as humans, because we're narcissistic egomaniacs in the worst ways possible.
Yeah. I think also, like, there's so much, like, on the internet. It's like why I'm not on Twitter or anything like that, because have you ever heard of, like, a smart thing happening that starts with the phrase, oh, did you see on Twitter?
Yeah.
No, Twitter, it's always bad, and it's overcomplicated things being explained by stupid people to simplify it, and barely any of it's true in the first place on both sides.
I'd agree there. I'm only on there myself personally, just as for the profile of myself as a comedian sort of thing, but to be told, I go on the trending page, I feel like, you know what, I feel like creating a joke. Let's see what's trending, and that might give me some inspiration, and it's just all fucking football, or Love Island. I can't make a joke about that. It's nothing.
It in itself is a joke.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, did you remember when Twitter banned Trump, didn't he? I think that's the only person Twitter has ever banned, personally.
Yeah, the fact that the leader of the Taliban is still on Twitter, it's fucking nuts.
The idea that he's promoting less violence than Trump.
But did he incite a riot, though?
To be honest, he they did retake over Afghanistan, and they didn't really do it in a bloody wave of endless savagery. They
did. Yeah, they did. They fucking murdered and raped women. What? Are you kidding me?
I mean, in the sort of way, the soldiers left and then they came over. They did do, pillaging and that, but the whole country did sort of, say, yeah, okay. A lot of places did.
But you're saying that... Wait, sorry, but you can't be saying that, they didn't do it in a bloodbath. Women and children being raped right now in Afghanistan by the Taliban.
I mean it in a sense of, mass... for example, the Rwandan genocide and all that sort of thing. I meant it like that.
All right.
500,000 people didn't die the second the troops left, is what I meant.
Thing is, well, I mean, still pretty bad.
Yeah, it is bad. Someone should do something about that.
Yeah, someone should do. I mean, to be fair, they could have done, because remember that photo of all the Taliban leaders in Kabul? I'm just saying, one drone strike would have sorted that out.
I'm surprised Putin didn't give it a go. No one's going to call him out. No one's going to call him out. Yeah. The whole world is shit scared of him. Be honest.
And especially now that he's got, all our fucking oil.
What about Scotland?
No, mate.
They got some oil, haven't they?
Yeah, but Russia's bigger.
Is it?
Just a little bit.
And another hot take. There you go, guys.
Russia is bigger than Scotland.
That should be on a shirt, but with no context. Just Russia's bigger than Scotland as a T-shirt.
But is it colder?
Yes. Wasn't there another thing America bought Alaska from Russia for 300 billion or 300 million in the 1980s or something? They bought Alaska from Russia, I believe it was.
Yeah, they did. Hang on, wait, I'm going to look it up.
I don't know the exact figures.
How much did...
but I think Alaska, the reason...
7.2 million.
Oh shit, that's a good deal.
That's not bad for a country.
That's nothing.
Or for
Jeff Bezos could have bought Alaska and it wouldn't have even dented his net worth.
Though, I mean, too far, I don't know, even if I had that, I wouldn't want to buy Alaska because it's kind of miserable.
If you had, what is it Jeff Bezos has, 700 billion or something like that?
Yeah, he's richest man in the world.
You know what's funny? There's only 7 billion people or 8 billion people on the planet, so Jeff Bezos could give every person individually $1 billion and it wouldn't even dent his net worth.
They'd make it back.
In a week. And now everybody's got... Okay, yeah, that would destroy currency. Yeah, exactly. But you can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
That just sounds like something a first-year philosophy college student says, If
No.
everybody in the world had $1 billion, everyone would be fine. Everyone could buy food and sleep in bed and more weed.
I feel though, like I feel like if they're doing, even if they're first year, I feel if they're doing economics, they wouldn't say that, like, anyway.
I think didn't I say philosophy?
Oh, you say philosophy? Oh,
Yeah,
right,
like philosophy people that just like get high and pontificate on how the world should be, but take into no account any sort of actual real world factors that would get in the way. Like,
what? Reality matters? Fuck me.
I mean, why don't we get rid of capitalism, communism, libertarianism? We'll create a society where everyone is happy.
Like,
am I wrong?
Like, why would you feel the... Like, I don't see why people feel the need to hunt. Like, you can just go to the store, they make it there.
That sounds like something that some ignorant valley white girl would tweet. I am so sick of, like, she saw a story of, like, for example, when the dentist killed that giraffe or that tiger or whatever, and she's like, hunting should not exist anymore. Just go to the supermarket. Go to the counter. They got plenty of meat there, you savages.
I just can't understand why violence still exists.
I want to kill anyone that's violent.
Guys, we need to make crime just, like, illegal.
We're going back to the Gillian thing from Family Guy. Someone should start that.
It's like, why don't criminals just, like, not do crime? I thought, what were you talking about?
I don't know.
Sorry, Alaska.
Yeah, okay, we were talking about Alaska.
Like, buying Alaska. Do you think that, like, Russia or America got a good deal for that, for 7.2 billion for Alaska?
Wait, million or billion? You said million a second ago.
No, it's billion.
Oh, it was 7. Okay, because I saw you said million, and I thought 7 million. Like, most people could buy. Is that what it takes to buy a whole? Is that Alaska? Yeah, it's a state. Like, holy shit!
How much?
I mean, the world is. I don't know how many billionaires.
Oh no, it was million.
Yeah. And the world today has like hundreds of billionaires.
Although, to be fair,
should not exist.
Was in 1867. So 7.2 million in 1867.
Yeah, I guess if you adjust for the inflation, like, it might be 7. But again, for example, people like Jeff Bezos, that's nothing.
Yeah, I wonder what it was in, like, 1867.
Could you buy a country if I was Jeff Bezos? And maybe I'd have to take like an impoverished country or something. But imagine someone actually buying a country.
I suppose you'd have to have enough money for the owners of said country to be like, yeah, fuck it.
They're compensated. They can piss off to Disneyland. Yeah, you'd have to then be responsible for infrastructure, join the UN, maybe put up some amusement parks. You know, you can't be a despot, or you can't be like the next Saddam Hussein.
Again, like Family Guy, was it Pretoria?
Oh, that's early Family Guy. That's like season 2. Shit.
When he created it.
That was based off. There's apparently the guy in America, I think in the state of Utah or something, where due to a weird legal loophole, his homestead is considered a micronation, is what it's called.
That's so funny.
So he has his own flag, and he actually has a website, and people can like buy shirts and all that.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
He's got country merch.
I'll look it up after this. He sort of treats it as a joke and all that. He has a picture of himself and his family. He wears like a military thing with a sash.
Like a dictator.
Molossia. That's what it's called. Molossia.
Molossia.
Yeah. I'll show you after. Actually, get your phone, Google it.
Why did he call it? Is that his name? Like,
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's micronation.
I'm
referred to as
like MELLOS.
MOON. That spells Molossia. Any fans? Any fans of The Stand? You'll be
Republic of Molossia.
Hey, at least it's a republic. So there's equal democratic equality there.
Just like the Democratic Republic of North Korea.
Yeah. Well, he is the dad of the family, so I'm sure it's a lot closer to that than we think.
President Kevin Bao. Vice President Adriana Bao. 1977.
No modern day wife is going to be the vice president sort of thing. Like, you imagine if you could you imagine your partner being your vice president? It's like, no, we're both presidents.
It's 20 square miles.
Exactly.
So funny.
But they're just the length of a homestead sort of thing. And
Do you know what the currency is?
it has currency.
Yeah, Valora and cookie dough. Oh my god. Oh, what's its symbols? Oh god.
What would you call your micronation if you could? Say you bought like, what was it? Maybe what was that? 20 miles. So
20 square miles.
you bought what would that be? Maybe 100 acres of land. 100 acres.
Sure. Symbols include the Mustang, the desert quail, and the common juniper. Oh yeah, I'd call it like
Robacia.
Robadistan.
Oh no! Oh, and I thought I was in trouble at the start of this.
I had to take up some of the slack. We were slipping.
So what? Yours would be would you be a tyrant?
I mean, of 20 square miles.
So you pretty much, it's pretty much in a way your own Winterfell, isn't it? Because that was just sort of like a keep. Well, from how Game of Thrones portrayed it, Winterfell wasn't huge.
Not in the show, it's not, but in the books, it's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think like the stable like house is like 1,000 horses or something like that. It's fucking nuts.
In the show, it looked like the fucking set of Muppet Christmas Carol. It looked like Muppet London.
Muppet London. Yeah, I don't know. I might call it. I might actually just call it. Oh, I'd call it Robwarts, like Hogwarts, except it's like mine.
That sounds like the world's worst name for a penis.
Yeah, or an STD that I invented.
Imagine. Could you imagine an STD named after you, like Lou Gehrig's disease and all that? Oh, you got Robwarts.
It's like, that joke. It's like bad news. You've got an incurable sexual disease that's very rare. Oh, really? How rare is it? Well, you get to pick the name.
Wait, wasn't it like I got good news and bad news? But the good news is you can have a disease named after you.
I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is you're going to die. The good news is, well, I'll tell that to your wife.
I'm not just allowed to open with that anymore. I feel like with Bedside Manor and that, you can't say, good news, bad news, like you're a fucking game show host.
No, you're definitely not allowed to say that.
You've won terminal disease.
Yeah, I think you're definitely not allowed to say that.
Well, what is it? They have, I don't know in this country, but in America they have like ethics committees. So like if doctors violate their like, what is it called that? The oath of
the oath of supremacy.
No, the oath of secrecy. Yeah,
parent teacher, fucking patient doctor confidentiality.
Hippocratic oath and all that sort of shit. So like if they actually act like dipshits, they can be called upon it, like malpractice and shit like that. Like
you got to take an oath against like messing people up.
I don't know if doctors in this country have a similar sort of thing they have to answer to.
I think you do. I think it's something to do with you have to preserve life, like sort of no matter sort of like what.
Oh yeah, you can't then purposely kill your patient or anything.
Yeah, or you could be like struck off.
Well, that was quite interesting because I'm a big fan of the TV show House. Are you familiar with it, Hugh Laurie?
I'm familiar with Hugh Laurie and I know of House, but I haven't watched it.
There was an episode where one of his proteges called Chase was actually treating a despot of a nation that was planning, like he was played by James Earl Jones.
Oh, really? No way.
And this was a guy in a foreign country that was planning to pretty much wipe out undesirables of his people, pretty much like Rwanda sort of thing. And they, exterminate the cockroaches. And the Dr. Chase purposely killed him so he wouldn't do that, and then went in an insane depression as a doctor for having done so and that. Yeah,
I suppose it's like that question, isn't it? It's like, do you kill one person to save like thousands? Bit like Game of Thrones, isn't it? Jon Snow. At the end, season 8, where he's like, oh no, Dany's going to fuck everyone up, so now I've got to do this.
Really? All I remember Jon Snow saying throughout the entire season 8 is, she's our queen!
Yeah, well, he didn't say the specific lines. I wish, can you imagine him like saying those lines? Dany's going to fuck everyone up in King's Landing, so I've got to kill her.
Yeah, Dany's like, my nephew won't bang me anymore, so I'm so sexually frustrated. I'm going to go set fire to women and children just because my girlfriend got decapitated.
It's like, come on, like, Dany, look.
What's her name?
Missandei. Sorry.
Melisandre?
No, she's a red woman. It's Missandei. It's, like Daenerys' friend.
Oh,
sorry, I just
Grey Worm's piece.
Yeah, I remember there's that meme. There's that meme of, like, You know when she gets her head cut off, and then someone photoshopped in an ice cream, and Graham was just like, Miss Sunday.
Fuck's sake.
I was like, was such a bad joke. It was really good.
Why did the dragon burn the Iron Throne? Was it just pissed off at the pointy thing in the room?
I think it was...
The dragon had no idea what that was.
I think it was mainly because he was like Jon's Targaryen as well, so he couldn't like set a Targaryen on fire.
Oh yeah, that thing that went nowhere.
I mean, the White Walkers were a thing that went nowhere. The Targaryen thing was like, okay, it struggled. It took a few steps, and then it stopped and died. Bit like Daenerys, really. Took a few steps.
Oh yeah, Jon Snow just fucking shanked her. It was like...
Yeah. He had the good grace to, like kiss her first as he did it. As well.
Dude, that's your aunt.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. She's like the hottest person like in the King's Landing at the moment. Like, that's like, come on, bro.
I don't know, all that debris that fell on Cersei couldn't have scuffed her up too much.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, I didn't like her with short hair
pregnant. Oh, yeah, no, I mean... It gives me...
You gotta feel bad for whoever had to fucking scoop up the hound and the mountain after they fell.
Oh, God, that must have been a mess.
Well, imagine that someone's escaping, they've dodged the dragon fire, and they're just catching their breath by a wall, like, okay, I've made it. What's that? Splat!
Oh.
The hound is like a giant red war balloon, just...
Oh, it's like fucking, Hot Fuzz when the fucking church spire like falls on the guy's head.
Coming back to South Park, there was another similar thing. I'm going to enjoy explaining this story to you. Basically, all the kids had Butters fake his death by jumping off a building in front of his own parents. So that this was also that they could pretend to steal the girl's fortune teller, those things that are made out of paper. So they dressed up a dead pig to look like Butters. They made it seem like Butters was getting down, and then they threw the pig off the building, and it splattered on the ground. His parents are right there.
Oh shit! I saw it. The doctor comes. He's like, he's dead, all right.
Yeah, it was splattered, and the doctor put his hand on and said, "There's nothing we can do." And you just hear the most heart-wrenching scream from his mother. It's like, and fair play to the voice actress that did that, because it was fucking bizarre.
That's so...
Imagine the idea, they thought they just saw their son plummet and just mulch on the floor. And there's a really sad funeral scene later on where she cries on the coffin saying, "Don't put him down there." It's great.
So fucking sad. It's like, also, the anime one where they throw a ninja star in his face.
Oh, and he gets put in a kennel and he's pissed and shat on. It's like, Butters is just...
It's so... Apparently he's based on like one of their Trey and Matt's like producers or something. Apparently there's like a short clip in an interview where someone asked like when Butters come from. He's like, oh, he's based on one of our producers because we told him, we're going to put you in our show. And he's like, oh, you better not. You do it, I'll be really mad. And so then that was like his like... Thing
is, the internet have pretty much come to the collection that Butters is the only kid on that show that is an actual kid.
Yeah.
Like, he talks and reacts to everything as an actual god. He plays and all that, whereas all the others are clear, like, 50-year-olds in the bodies of kids.
And, like, Cartman's just, like, a psychopath. like fucking feeding the... Like, what's his name? The kid that he fed his own parents.
Oh, Scott Tenorman.
Yeah, he's like, oh, your tears are so salty. Oh, cry for me. Tears of unfathomable sadness.
Yeah, you don't fuck around with Cartman.
God damn it, Cat.
I'm a little piggy.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little piggy.
I've enjoyed a lot of the modern South Park. To be honest, Matt Stone and Trey Parker literally did an episode. It was the vaccine special that came after their pandemic special.
Oh shit! I need to watch that.
They're actually really fucking funny.
I need to watch that.
They take the piss out of all the people that wore like masks under their chin, referred to them as chin diapers.
Oh, that's quite.
They really rip assholes during the pandemic apart, and the shit they do about QAnon.
Do they? Oh, I bet they had a field day.
They even referenced that guy that looked like a Viking with the woolly hat and all that was in the Capitol.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the fucking buffalo.
Yeah.
The guy with the fucking buffalo hood.
They even reference him. Fuck what
Oh,
was I
God,
saying? Yeah, they even mentioned how they got a bit bored about being a bit too political, and after a while, like they're even got to a point now where South Park satire isn't even satire anymore. It's like real life now, and it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
They had a whole thing, because you remember the controversy about trans women getting to compete in women's sports?
Yeah.
They had a whole episode where pretty much they had this giant buff dude who talked like Macho Man Randy Savage. Was just, I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm a beautiful woman and I'm here to kick ass. It's just the most... And the thing is, it's just like, that's not even satire anymore. That's just...
I like, you know, the one with, like... You can imagine that, like, them watching, like, all this stuff that's going on, they must be just, like, beside themselves. Like, oh my god, this is great material. I think about the, like, you know, the Donald Trump, you know, the election one, where, with Caitlyn Jenner, every time, like, she gets in a car, she runs, you know, I'm just like, that's such a dark but funny joke. And also, Chris Hansen as well, because, you know, I love a bit of To Catch a Predator.
Oh, of course.
And, the joke, you know, with Chris Hansen is that there was a guy that Chris Hansen, he even mentions it in the episode, in the South Park episode. So there's a guy that didn't want to have a seat, so he tracked him down from his house and he shot himself. That's a true story.
Yeah, but in the theme of the episode, they phrased it like he was threatening Cartman. But it's
yeah, I know. But and so that's basically what got T-Cat to Catch Predator like off the air. But like the idea that they got, okay, so every time a paedophile walks in and sees Chris Hansen, they blow their own brains out.
That was the greatest scene in the world. They were all told like go on inside, and they all say Chris Hansen. And I remember after like 9 guys, there was one guy who went in and just like, there aren't really brownies, and just then shot himself.
And do you know what the best part? And
on the bright side, a bunch of pedophiles died.
And do you know what's also funny? My fellow TCAPists, if you're into it, will know that all the paedophiles that go in, they're based on the actual people that are in the show. They are, so they're basically like copies of the people that.
How did Chris Hansen ever get permission to do this? Because isn't it like the FBI that track those people down or shit like that?
It's so there's a group called Perverted Justice. That, yeah, I know. Great name.
I shouldn't laugh.
They're not around anymore. But like, it was a group that they like used to go into chat logs and chat rooms, and this was like early mid 2000s, and used to like pose as, you know, like sort of 13, 15, 14-year-olds, and then
I tried that at the park, but the beer gives me away.
Oh no! Is it also the tattoos?
Yeah, you know, I've got my fidget spinners and all that, and I'm completely Fortnite-y, bro.
Yeah,
but you know,
and also, the fact that you're 5'9".
I've also got. You don't see them anymore. Do you remember hoverboards? Those were everywhere for a while. I'm on one of those as well. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I remember those.
Those like fucking segways without the handle.
Yeah, it's weird.
Fucking retarded.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Chris. So it's like a group called Perverted Justice, and so they would go into chat rooms and pose as like minors. Basically, and then it's like quite, and then
why would people that work in the coal industry be any interest to pedophiles?
I don't know, because they're dirty, just like pedophiles. And then they would, you know, set up a thing. They'd be like, oh yeah, well my parents are out, so I'm home alone. And then, you know, they would get the, you know, the pedo, or, you know, they're technically not pedophiles, but whatever, the weirdo to like come to their house, and then. Chris Hansen, he worked for Dateline NBC, and they wanted to do like a story, you know, like a thing about like, because you know it was that mid 2000s thing, like the dangers of the internet. You don't know who your child's talking to, blah blah blah. And then he would come in like they like the decoys would like ask them like, hey, can you bring me like beer or whatever? And then Chris would come in and he's got the chat logs and stuff, and it's fucking like, obviously it's really dark and shit, but like some of the shit that they say is just so fucking weird. It's like, oh. You ask her if she likes sucking cock. What am I supposed to make of this?
It was a joke. Is that the sort of shit they try and say? I was just kidding and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I was just kidding. It doesn't sound like you were kidding here. It's like, so it's all a big joke to you to ask a child if they enjoy anal sex. Very funny joke.
You know what's funny? You just mentioned
how far did you drive tonight? Oh, I drove about 2 hours. Drove 2.5 hours. That's quite a long way to drive for a joke. You know, he's got the chat logs.
Yeah, not
all right, and they try and make shit up. It's so fucking fun.
Why would you be honest about how long you drove? It's like, oh no, 10 minutes away. Like, if you're gonna lie, at least don't be don't tell the truth from the point onwards of the lie.
And like some of them pretend they didn't know. There's some and like the worst sort of like, oh what? No, I thought she was 18. It's like it says right here she's.
I feel like going forward. Don't get me wrong, this is alternative reality shit, but if that ever happened to me, fucking don't know why it would, but I would do the Fleece Johnson thing, and I would completely pretend like, no, Chris Hansen, I was doing all this to get you in the room with me.
I came looking for booty.
So I watch a TV show all the time. Now I like you. And I want you. No, was it?
Yeah,
I call you Chris Hansen.
I watch your TV show all the time.
We could do it the easy way or the hard way.
The choice is yours.
I feel like that could be an interesting spin. It's like, no, I'm not a pedophile. I just knew it would get you in a room with me, Chris. I love you.
There was another one. Okay, so first of all, really fucking funny thing. So as we know, if you guys don't know who Fleece Johnson is, look him up because he's a real fucking guy.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, and he's in Boondocks. If you've seen Boondocks, he features in the Boondocks. Anyway, he's
Uncle
out
Ruckus.
of prison. He's out of prison now. Like the actual Fleece Johnson is out of prison, and he'd seen the Boondocks episode, and he sent a message to Chris Hansen saying like, "Hey Chris, I'm out of prison. I'm still a warrior. I want you to know." But there was a sketch. There was another sketch. I think was it? Oh, I can't remember.
What did he go to prison for?
I think sexually assaulting people.
Wow.
Yeah, not as funny.
Hope they released of age.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I don't. Wait, no, wait, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no. I mean, I don't want anyone sexually assaulted.
No.
Wait, I mean,
But there's another one of a guy. There's a sketch of To Catch a Predator of a guy who went on. It's a comedy sketch or whatever. He's like, oh, I see. It's like, yeah, I came here a 13-year-old, and you did too. Hey, look, man, like, I get it. Damn, you got here first, all right. Like, in place, like, what? No,
you know, it'd be brilliant. They'd never have the balls to do it, but could you imagine SNL did a sketch where Chris Hansen had a séance so he could do To Catch a Predator with Epstein? I call upon you, Epstein. He appears as a ghost. Mr. Epstein's ghost, have a seat right over there. Yeah. We got these flight logs here.
Yeah,
Are you a close friend of Tom Hanks? Do that. Come on, SNL. That's hilarious. Chris Hansen doing a seance to catch.
I wish I could be fucking Chris Hansen in that. That'd be so fucking fun.
You just like doing the voice, don't you?
I love doing the voice. I don't like. There are times though. Is that the fact is that I feel like I'm the only person sort of that like. I mean, there are other people that watch like To Catch a Predator, like the old 2005 like things.
I can't imagine there's something anyone would have a box set of.
No, but it's like on the internet. They've got there's this whole internet community. They've got the chat logs. They've got the raw footage of like the interviews.
Good.
And
I'm glad other people are trying to keep this alive, tracking these cunts down.
Like police interrogations and shit like that. Oh, it's great. It's just some of the so.
Why do these pedophiles do it? I mean, obviously I know why, but you think these people, as much as we like to hate them, aren't stupid?
Well, they are kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's my point though. It's like, you know how the internet works yourself. It's like, why would you ever put yourself in such a precarious situations?
Yeah. I mean, it was sort of like 2005.
Before the fappening.
Yeah, like 2005, and like chat rooms were still kind of like a new thing. And
I remember AOL chat rooms.
Yeah.
Although I might be displaying my age right now. AOL might. Yeah, when did they die out? Do you remember AOL? Like connecting to the internet, like.
Oh, the dial-up shit. Yeah, I do remember.
That was the first internet, wasn't it? AOL.
Yeah, man, that was a long time ago.
You had to like connect to your phone and shit like that.
I think so, but yeah, it's like I think it's I don't know. Like one of like the great, like most notorious TCAP lines is from a guy that like Chris is like grilling or whatever,
TCAP.
and it's called TCAP, To Catch a Predator, and like where he said like he just says like he just openly admits the guy is like, oh, to have sex with a 13-year-old girl is the cleanest, best pleasure. You're like, bro, like you just incriminate yourself so fucking much.
Well, it's not like any of the others are any less incriminated by lying.
I think it's like. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
it's
you
like
get a lesser sentence if you plead guilty, don't you?
yeah, you do. I think it's probably something to do with like people want what they can't have, or maybe they're just perverted and shit.
Some people are built
Or it's
wrong.
like an opportunity,
Oh,
maybe.
in
I
the
don't
same
know.
way, some people are born serial killers. Some people are born that way. We're all born fucked up in a different way. Some worse than others.
Maybe it's just like an opportunity thing. Like they saw what they thought was like a 13-year-old or something like that.
Oh,
and
like
just,
taboo shit.
yeah, something like that.
People
maybe.
can get drawn to that kind of fuckery.
Yeah, but then like there's a difference between like I guess like I mean not that chatting online is like right, but like once you turn up to the house, like you're like you meant to do it, but there's so many of them say, "Oh, I wasn't gonna do anything." It's like I love it when they get tased as well. Oh, some of them
What, trying to run away?
yeah, some of them try to run away and they get tased. Oh, it's glorious.
Let's be honest here. Those of you listening to us, everyone enjoys taboo. Those of you listening to us right now, you've typed step sibling into Pornhub. You have.
You've seen it there.
You know it, and you clicked on it, and that's harmless taboo. You know it's
Yeah.
fake. You know it's staged because
Yeah, 'cause
they
porn-
actually have rules that you can't put up actual incest. You actually have
Yeah.
to put in like the title like fake stepsister.
Isn't that like why it's like always like step things because you're not technically related, but it's like a
yeah, step sibling's fine. You can't.
I don't think you could be like, oh, banged my real sister or some shit like that.
Although there is some Japanese game show stuff that is fucking weird.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. Where?
Japan, you are ahead. You've been ahead of the game on porn for like at least 10 years now. Keep it up. You have some weird shit. They have this thing called Time Stop, and it's fucking weird. It's bizarre.
Is that like a Doctor Who parody or?
No, it's literally like a guy who has a stopwatch and he clicks it and all the women in the room just freeze. And to be fair to the actresses in there, they do a good point standing still while being fucked.
I kind of want to watch that just out of curiosity, just to see what it looks like.
It's bizarre, hilarious, and kind of hot. I guess in a way it's unconsensual, but it's fucking fake. It's fake. You can't stop time. It's not like one of those Marvel's What If, where Doctor Strange was a pervert and used the time stone to get laid. Although he could.
I mean, to be fair, he could use the reality stone to do whatever he wanted.
Well, he only has the time stone, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Where
well,
did they
Captain America could then.
They put all the stones back?
Yeah. Yeah, because Captain America did it, yeah, didn't he?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Endgame. And right at the end.
But there's that Japan is way ahead of the game and all that sort of thing. I'm not going to recommend any specific names, so I don't want to out myself further.
Because I don't want to butcher the names of them.
Oh, we've gone past an hour. Jesus Christ, we've gone from, what was it? Where did we start? We started with Tide Pods, Hitler.
Oh, holy shit.
Holy shit, and
9/11.
9/11. Holy shit.
To Catch a Predator.
And pedophiles, Hitler, microwave, tinfoil dicks,
I feel
and
like
Tide Pods.
Yeah, I feel sexually assaulting a microwave. I feel like
There's our autobiography.
sexually assaulting a microwave.
It's a metaphor for our fucking life.
I feel I think like we've definitely sort of demonstrated like what happens when we just talk about random shit. It is quite literally random shit.
Yes, if you've enjoyed our random shit, and if we probably said some hate, I know we said heinous shit, but like we
Probably. We have.
David Chappelle, if you're listening right now, loved your recent special.
We stand with Davey C.
Yeah, everyone else is stupid.
Obviously.
But then, let us know down in the comments how much you enjoyed our shit. Let us know how you would have stopped 9/11 if you could go back in time. Your favourite predator to catch, and how do Tide Pods taste? Let us know down in the comments. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
comment about something.
To be fair, if you do taste Tide Pods, you're probably not going to be around to type the answer. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, until next time, you've been listening to...
Laughing on a Train.